Hello and welcome, listeners, to our English program podcast, Kaleidoscope. This is Vahida Pathan, your host for today. In our today's program, we have a special interview on the topic India's G20 presidency and its impact on businesses. So, listeners, as soon as India's presidency of Group of 20, popularly known as G20, was announced, even indifferent people perked up their ears to understand issues of global economic policies and critical global challenges. As a platform that brings together the world's major economies, the G20 represents a unique opportunity for India to lead global discussions and drive impactful change. As we all know, the theme of India's G20 presidency is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, or One Earth, One Family, One Future. The theme reminds us that all forms of life, be it animals, plants, and microorganisms, play an important role, and we humans are interconnected to them, and our decisions affect Earth and all beings inhabiting it. To talk on the theme of G20 and business, it gives me immense pleasure to have with us today Mr. Vishwesh Kulkarni, Chairman, Yashaswi Group, National President, NIPM, National Institute of Personnel Management, Director Board Member, APF HRM, Asia Pacific Federation of Human Resource Management, and an advisory committee member of Skill Development and Education Department of Government of India. He has been adding great value and bringing exponential growth in the field of skill development and empowerment of youth. We welcome you, sir, to our program.
Thank you very much for inviting me here to express my views.
So, G20 initiatives highlights the human capital investment for sustainable development quality education for creating inclusive, resilient and innovative societies. So, sir, please tell us what is the role of skills development and skilled manpower in today's industrial and business scenarios in India.
As we are aware, India is one of the fastest growing country and aspiring to become the third largest economy in the world. As such, there is a continuous developmental activity and growth in each and every domain. The continuous updation of the technology and the pace of such kind of a change is just more than unbelievable speed. Role of skill development is tremendous as we need to learn and adapt new technology. And once you feel that you have adapted the new technology and suddenly you understand that this technology is now absolute. And again we have to reskill and upskill. So the skilling factor will remain constantly as a upskilling and skilling, reskilling is the major factor in today's industrial scenario in India. Even a small negligence in this, organization might not even survive. So this is a very critical aspect which we all must understand.
So very rightly said. As you said that the growth which is happening is unbelievable. So what are your views and how does India's G20 presidency matter to businesses?
See, firstly, more than anything, this matters as a pride to every Indian to have the G20 presidency in India.
Yes.
Secondly, this is the opportunity to demonstrate and showcase the growth and development of India to the world, mainly with G20 countries, to identify the opportunities in the export market. Quite a last more than 60-65 years, we have been seen as an importer. Now, last couple of years, we are looking forward and we are taking the shape toward the exporter. So, this presidency in the G20 will definitely give our product, our services a showcase, a platform where we can really go toward the export market and by which we can really have a boom in the economy.
Great, sir. This is so promising. Indian theme for G20, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, that is aiming to build unanimity to address global challenges collectively and effectively. What would you like to appeal to the decision makers of the industry or the policy makers of India on the same line?
See, firstly, it will not be fair that I am appealing to the decision makers of the industry or policy makers of the India as they are the great personalities and visionary leaders. But yes, I would like to suggest that this is the best opportunity India could have to interact with the G20 countries across domain, understand their best practices, also understand how they overcome the challenges, not only the best practice, but how they overcome the challenge. So what are the strategy, what are the planning they made it to overcome these kind of challenges, and whether we can implement some of these best practices, because the learning from the experience is the real learning and that can be the growth of the nation if we get some of different opportunity and some different thought process by the G20 countries.
Amazing, sir. So very rightly said that, how they cater to the challenges which are upcoming. Fantastically answered. Sir, in India, generally businesses run in families. So the new generation takes over the family business. But now a lot of people are trying to establish their own businesses. How can businessmen like you empower and support these budding entrepreneurs, especially from the lower strata?
The last couple of years, major focus was on employability and employment. Now which has been shifted to entrepreneurship development. And across India, and again I repeat, all domains, every youth is aspiring to become the entrepreneur, which is a very good sign for any country and any economy. In whatever way he or she wanted to become the entrepreneur, he wanted to become a businessman, this is a very healthy sign. And this will not only boost the economy, but it will also give huge job opportunities to others. The age-old concept of person who is having his family business can only become a businessman, or person who is having enough money or ample money can become a businessman, have really been vanished or gone. Now, because of the willpower, the confidence which today's youth have, the knowledge which they could get it from the various digital platform, and they are becoming really an entrepreneur. However, I would really definitely may want to suggest them to be a more realistic, to be more cautious on the spending of their personal expenses.
Correct.
Because this is where we have seen that many startups getting failures need to understand the priorities in the business and not to divert the funds. Should have the more focus on this product, do the market study, enhance their skills, be focused on continuous upgradation of the product and services. Some innovation need to be every time focused and implement. Otherwise, the survival of any business, whether it is an entrepreneurship, whether it is a large business, will not be possible.
Correct.
So all the young startup entrepreneurs should focus on their activity, innovation, how market is taking place, and more over the financial management. I think that is what I could suggest.
Excellent. Yes, sir. Amazing. So it's like more the initiatives are and the way they are managing their finances and making it a sustainable. They might start up with a good enthusiasm, but then if not able to sustain, that is going to be a challenge. So your valuable inputs.
What is we are observing is that really want to understand what is my component of the revenue, how much I am getting that and how much I am spending.
Right.
Because we have seen the people getting the funding from the outside or the bank and other thing, and the priority becomes different. Take a bike, take a thing, divert the fund, and then this entire working capital get vanished. So that is the scene we have seen. 90% in India, the entrepreneurship failure is there. This is basically a financial management.
Yes.
So that need to be
so
focused.
Along with the business idea, the understanding of the financial management will together help these budding entrepreneurs. Sir, as we all know, the job market is dynamic. That demands the individual to be resilient, while the Earn and Learn scheme empowers individuals with practical skills, financial stability, and leading the personal growth. So, sir, can you please enlighten us about the Learn and Earn scheme, which is initiated by your organization, Yashaswi Group, which is also recognized as the best skill development initiative in India by National Skills Development Agency, that is NSDA, under Government of India.
See, the concept of Learn and Earn basically focuses, learning is the focus and earning is the primary support for this kind of entire scheme. In India, there are more than 70% the families are below poverty line. The students, whether it is a female, male, the students, they have been forced either by the parent or by the situation to start their livelihood earning immediately after passing 10th or 12th. Since they are unskilled, no experience, no skills, they join as a contract labor. Due to the prevailing labor laws in India, 99% these students throughout their life becomes the contract labor only. We don't, no industry give them permanent job. Also in our society, these are the boys are from 18 to 25 age. That is the marriage age. So when they want to marry, they don't get any proposal for their marriage. I am not saying good. I am saying they don't get any proposal for their marriage because they don't have permanent job. Secondly, if they want to have their housing, their home, or they want to start something, no financial institute, banks give any kind of a financial assistance because they don't have a permanent job. So whatever the prevailing society and the practices we have, these are the generation to generation now it will be deprived.
Correct.
To overcome this, because we have not seen that this is the gravity of the situation,
Yeah.
but day by day this situation is going very fast.
Yes.
The seriousness is going very fast. The depression in these students are coming fast. Prevailing no education system allows them to have education along with the work.
Okay.
So we overcome this situation, we analyze, and we decided to overcome this. The earning is their priority because without them their family cannot survive. But at the same time, if we could give them a learning which society accept, a learning which is a government approved learning, the private certification in India doesn't have any value, any validity. So we tied up with Savitribai Phule Pune University, we tied up with Maharashtra State Board of Technical Education, National Skill Development Corporation and Lambrine Tech Skill University, and developed various diploma programs as well as advanced diploma programs, wherein the student work 8 hours in the industry, and after his working hours, we don't call it working, it's on-the-job training, and then we impart the classroom training for the particular diploma, like diploma in manufacturing science, diploma in retail management, diploma in banking management, diploma in pharmaceutical, like other diplomas and advanced diplomas. This is the 100% industry funded program.
Great.
No financial contribution from any student in any form for the education.
This is so amazing.
No financial incentive from the government. And more proud to say that more than 27,000 students passed, became engineer, became diploma holder, got permanent job. Many of them have even gone abroad. And they have really developed their career. So this is the success of this kind of a scheme.
Amazing.
And considering this part, the National Skill Development Agency have recognized Yashaswi's Learn and Earn scheme as one of the best skill initiatives in India. And this will be the game changing, because I always feel that there has to be a parallel education system in India which can cater to the 70% of the population which have been deprived for the education.
70%.
More than 70% in India, because unfortunately the socio-economic condition is not able to give them the opportunity for the education. Right. So there has to be parallel education system, which we are trying to develop, that parallel education system.
Right.
And I am sure you will see in couple of years this system will be well recognized and accepted, and it will be not only accepted by the industry but also the society at large.
Great, sir. So it's empowering, and as you said, it was like first they learn, and along with the learning, and their learning should not be hindered. So you're giving them a capacity to earn as well. So sir, overall societal well-being depends on economic growth and workforce enhancement. Tell us something about the National Apprenticeship Promotion Scheme, NAPS, which is also a flagship program of Government of India under Skill India Mission.
See, this apprenticeship program is not actually new. It is this started with 1961. So we have an age-old act called Apprenticeship Act 1961. Unfortunately, it was not properly implemented. The concept of this apprenticeship program was to overcome the challenge, no job, no experience, and no experience, no job. So to overcome this apprenticeship program was designed, developed, and the act was passed by the parliament. But due to the stringent norms, the implementation strategy, not much user-friendly, documentation issue, that was not accepted by the industry, and it was not popularly known, or it was hardly it was known to anybody. In 2014, the government have decided to amend this act and to make it user friendly, to understand what are the challenges, why it was not getting properly implemented. So they formed the committee, and fortunately I was the part of that committee.
Amazing.
On behalf of the industry, and then we made a lot of amendments in 2014. Subsequently in 2015 and 2019, and now this apprenticeship program is really industry friendly. It is well accepted by the industry, by the society. The duration have been changed. There was a lot of restrictions in terms of the working hours, in terms of the shift duty, and in terms of the education. So everything is removed. It has been opened for everybody. It was only restricted to the ITI and diploma holder and degree holder engineers. It has been given to all at par with anybody. Moreover, government have given the financial incentive to the industry for implementing apprenticeship program.
Amazing.
The CSR benefit have been given to the industry if they engage apprentices more than the 2.5%, which is a mandatory. So these all have given the boost to this apprenticeship program, and this way really student can have on-the-job training. They understand
Correct.
industry culture.
Yes.
They understand what are the latest technologies available. They are getting certification from National Skill Development
Right.
Corporation, which is an internationally valid certificate. And really now this program have taken up, and now it is called as a National Apprenticeship Promotion Scheme, since government is
That is
giving the
NAPS.
financial incentive. That is called NAPS.
NAPS.
There's another program called NATS, National Apprenticeship Training Scheme,
Okay.
which is mainly for the graduate and the
Okay.
diploma engineers.
Okay.
That has been run by the Ministry of Education, and NAPS is run by the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. But both the
Okay.
programs have not really taken off, and now the government target is 1 million in a year, but I'm sure that definitely it will cross more than that.
Oh, amazing. Though the onset of breaking the glass ceiling happened long back, the process is appalling slow. How does your work as an advisory committee member of Skill Development and Education Department of Government India favor in women empowerment?
See, not only the skill development and entrepreneurship ministry, but in overall, at large, whether it's a state government, central government, local bodies, or the common society, the
Okay.
focus towards looking to the woman and to the girl were really changed, which was much needed, much earlier it should have happened. Now it is totally changed. And this
Okay.
in changing scenario, the entire focus on given the woman empowerment. Happy to share that one of our apprentices, they used to run entire production line of Tata Motors.
Amazing.
Only female were running this production line. No
So
male was
incredible.
there, and that has now taken up. And most of the industries are focusing on more taking the female, giving
Okay.
opportunity to the woman. Not only in the manufacturing, but each and every domain we came across.
Okay.
And the government focus is also definitely there, but more change is that society's perception have been changed, which was much needed. Otherwise you can have any kind of a policy or any decisions government can take, but
People
unless
don't
this
accept.
society accept it, and unless
Yes.
this society really feel they need to change, this will not
Yeah.
implement. But fortunately this has been implemented
been
and
implemented.
done. We also in some part to contribute it, we started with the Femina Flaunt Academy. Our
Amazing.
major focus is on the woman empowerment, woman development in that.
Okay.
And recently we tied up with the National Skill Development Corporation, NSDC International.
Okay.
So as a Femina Flaunt, we will have at least 100 academies across India.
Amazing.
Happy to share, yesterday we launched first of our academy in Ludhiana.
Amazing, sir.
Now
Congratulations.
we'll be starting in Amritsar. We have tied up with NSDC International. The students from this, mainly the women,
Okay.
and yesterday there was 50 girl students were there present on that academy inauguration, and they were
Okay.
very keen to go abroad. So the NSDC International will identify the job opportunities outside.
Okay.
After healthcare, there is a beauty wellness sector in worldwide where there is huge demand for that.
Much needed.
And
Okay.
India has that potential to cater that need.
Yes.
So NSDC International and Femina Plant Academy, we will have that tie-up, and we will give the opportunity for the woman and the girl student who would like to
Okay.
go to abroad.
Okay.
So this is an initiative we have taken. From Tata Motors, we are doing under the CSR part, the woman empowerment and woman development part.
Okay.
For last couple of years, we are doing in that domain. So I think the things are changing, and this is a very positive change.
Yes, this is so
Yes.
positive. Sir, any other points you would like to add about how the economies are getting stronger day by day?
See, the moment your exports will go up,
Okay.
this opportunity, because now we see that previously everything we used to import, including your defense to 100% we were depending on the import.
Correct.
Now most of the item we are exporting. In defense also there is a large export we are doing, which is phenomenal change in the economy. And the moment your exports will go up in
Okay.
each sector,
Okay.
and this G20 will bring that, because the other countries
Amazing.
will able to understand how India's
Yes.
manufacturing is happening,
Exactly.
how the economy is booming, how the reliability and the quality of the products are
Yes.
there. So that will really boost this economy, and I think G20 will give that opportunity.
Amazing.
Where we are dreaming to become the third largest economy. We can really come up to
Fantastic.
that.
Since the startup culture is booming in India from the last few decades, how is the India's G20 presidency benefiting the startups?
You will be surprised to understand there is a more than 5 lakh crore rupees we import
Okay.
as on date. So you can understand the huge potential where at least we can become indigenous, firstly.
Okay.
Secondly, with this G20 exposure, and that too in each state we are conducting such kind of a G20 seminars and G20 programs, and giving them the opportunity and showcase to understand what is India and what is Indian culture, how the manufacturing happens. So, lot of opportunity for young entrepreneurs to interact with these
Right.
G20 delegates to understand what they need, what is the potential they have, and what are the product and services we can really export.
Right.
Not only making the indigenousness in the entrepreneurship, but export is the much more advantage which everybody would like to take,
Right.
and moreover the government would like to take the export advantage to boost the economy.
Okay.
So the youth and as well as the well-established industries will get opportunity
Okay.
to interact with the delegate and the industry people from G20 countries, understand what they require, what technology they are adopting,
Okay.
what technology we can take from them. It is not only the expert, but the technology also will matter, because we have seen that still we are not that forward in terms of the technology compared to European countries,
Right.
compared to other countries. We are, though we are emerging, we are growing,
Right.
but we are not at par with the other tech countries with the technology. So firstly, we can develop the technology from them. Secondly,
Okay.
export market is huge export market.
Okay.
We can make indigenous product with the use of this technology, and we can at least lower our burden of the import, which is a huge burden we today our economy is taking.
Yes.
Even we can make that ease of that, still we will become one of the topmost economical country.
Amazing. So, moving to the end of the interview, what are the emerging sectors presently India is having, and what sectors will have a significant boost because of India's G20 presidency?
Yeah, you will be happy to know that year-old India was seen as a farmer's country. So it was the agriculture who always used to dominate.
Okay.
But last 50 years, we have seen the change, and the agriculture have taken the last seat.
Okay.
And the manufacturing sector, service sector, banking sector have emerged like anything.
Right.
And as on date, the pharmaceutical sector, the health sector,
Right.
the beauty wellness sector, the manufacturing automobile sectors,
Okay.
and these are the emerging sectors which have seen the tremendous growth, and with that growth, India have really come up to the 5th number of the economy in today.
Right.
But after this G20 presidency and also during this period, we have seen once again the agriculture sector is boosting.
Okay.
Previously, we are only producing the agriculture. Now we started processing. So the food processing have become one of the emerging sector, and where we are making a lot of food processing activity, packaging activity, and we are exporting. And there is a huge demand for this Indian food processing in abroad, basically in European, US, and other countries. And once again, now we are feeling pride to have the agriculture. Previously, nobody was ready to do for the agriculture sector. Nobody was ready to go. But now the trend have changed. The agriculture sector have again gained that glory. And the emerging one of the best sectors in India will be the agriculture sector, because huge manpower, huge land bank, and there's a technological development. I think we have taken a lot of things from Israel about this agriculture development. And now the youth of India would like to go to agriculture. There was a trend we have seen last decade that no youth was ready to go to agriculture, and getting agriculture labor was one of the challenge. But I think youth have turned, and it has now moved to the agriculture. But agriculture, not the traditional agriculture. Agriculture with the technology, with the help of AI, with the help of drone technology, with the help of food processing, packaging, exporting. And I think the things are changing very fast. And I'm sure that this sector will definitely predominantly take the advantage of G20 presidency.
So it's not only the agricultural sector because of the agricultural background, but also the intervention of technology.
And agriculture converting to food processing.
Converting to food processing.
That will be the advantage.
That is going to be the major boost. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. The G20 summit, which affects economic policies all over, will hold key importance and obviously skill development in this industry as well. This is therefore no wonder that Yashaswi initiatives align with G20 theme. These initiatives would not only support youth empowerment, but also help in assuring the new age business, which will provide equal opportunities for everyone. And lest we forget that Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam is the need of an hour, not only for businesses, but for humanity as well. Thank you so much to Mr. Vishwesh Kulkarni for taking out time from his busy schedule. We are grateful for your valuable inputs about human resource development and business growth and the G20 theme. Your expertise and professionalism guided the conversation brilliantly, making it a truly enjoyable experience for us and the listeners alike. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for inviting me here and giving the opportunity to share my views.
Thank you so much.